Welcome to another gameplay video. So today we're going to be playing the Mermail's deck on ladder, back trying to rank up. So let's make a couple changes. Let's take a look at the deck list here. Alright, we're going to mix things up today. We're going to take out Trishula, we're going to take out Hashima, and we're going to put in a couple of things. First thing we're going to put in is, let's put in access code. There he is. And let's put in the level 8 spell negate synchro Dragate. Alright, that's the changes to the deck today. Looking at the main deck, we're going to make, just kidding, one more change here. We're going to get rid of the Abyssland. And we're going to get rid of Fishborg, I think, since we don't really need Fishborg anymore. So we got rid of two kind of clunky cards, bit bricky in a lot of situations. And we're going to just put in the villainous Maxx-C. Where is he? Where's Maxx-C? One day Maxx-C will get banned. Should we play 3 Maxx-C? I mean, Maxx-C's busted. We probably should play 3. So we're going to cut to put the last Maxx-C in. We don't want to cut too much. I could cut an Imperm. I really like Imperm though. Imperm's one of my favorites. I think we'll just cut an Imperm and put in another Maxx-C. We're going to be degenerate. Alright. Version 11. Max degeneracy. Alright, let's go. We're going second. Let's see if these 3 copies of Maxx-C help us out. Alright, well, we failed to draw our Maxx-Cs. Opponent is playing Tri-Brigade. They're gonna go into All Mirage. Sending the kit to the graveyard to activate its effect. Very smart move, opponent. Tri-Brigade seems fun. A lot of the cards are N and R too. Maybe I should play Tri-Brigade sometime just to see how it feels to play Tri-Brigade from the other side. Opponent is adding their Fractal to hand. They have used their normal summon, so they're gonna end their turn here. Alright. Very interesting. Well, that is a good draw. Now let's think about what we can do here. I think we want to activate this first. And yeah, I think we do. Alright, let's activate the Deep Sea Minstrel. Hitch the Dragoons. Take a look at our opponent's hand. He could have a Call by the Grave. This set card. We Call by the Grave. Probably not an Imperm. People usually set Imperm in the middle. Opponent has Maxx-C. Wow. Looks like the degeneracy was wrought onto us. Alright, well, we'll take a look at our opponent's hand. They have another Maxx-C, and an Ash, and the Fractal. Alright, well, that's a bit of a pain. That is a bit of a pain indeed. I would try and go for lethal, but our opponent has a set card. Maybe we should try it anyway. Let's take this Ash Blossom out of their hand. And let's just try and get lethal here. I know it's greedy, but I don't think we're going to stand much of a chance. Ooh, alright, that card is activatable, so probably Call by the Grave. Can make him discard too at some point. Because if we don't, we're going to be under Maxx-C next turn anyway. So we're going to be taking the Maxx-C challenge. Even if we DPE and then just pass, we're going to be under the Maxx-C challenge next turn anyway because he's got a second one. So let's think about what we're adding here. We want to add something to hand. Something that I'll be able to discard with our Teus here. So why don't we add the face up heavy? I'm thinking actually, you know, this may not be, this could be a revolt. They have 2 cards, they could link summon for 2, so that could be a revolt. Alright. Let's summon the Diva first. Diva will likely trigger interaction. We want to be careful, probably just summon enough to get lethal and not anymore. We'll summon our Neptibus here. Let him draw 1. Activate the Prince. Send. Add to hand. The card in hand I know he can activate is Maxx-C. We got 3 water monsters in graveyard. We're gonna add our Glacier to hand. We're gonna summon our Megalo. Pitching the Dragoons and the Heavy. We're on 3 summons. Pop this Almirage. See if opponent wants to do anything. Nope. Maxx-C challenge. Alright, well, I don't think I need to summon any more than this. So we'll just add a Diva to hand. Not going to use that though. And we'll summon the Glacier. Make him discard 2. A Fire Formation Pinky. And a Fractal. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this is lethal if he doesn't have anything else. We can do one more special summon. Well, let's activate Arceus. We don't want to do too many more summons, so let's do 2 more. Prince gonna activate. Special summon the Dragoons. And then we'll do our last summon here. Activate the Fusion Destiny. Hopefully this works out. We have no negates. And that is our last summon. Opponent did have the Revolt. And 1, 2, 3 Tri-Brigades in graveyard. We'll see what he's got here. Not sure what Link 3 they could summon that would interact with us in a way that stops them from getting dead here, but we'll see. Link summon a Tri-Brigade Link monster. They're gonna summon the Rugal. During your opponent's main phase, you can special summon a level 4 lower beast monster from your hand or graveyard but negate its effects. That's gonna try and do a Link summon, so we're gonna just pass here. When he tries to activate this, we'll pop the Rugal. Actually, we gotta be careful. I think we gotta pop what he summons. So we're gonna have to let this resolve, I think. See what he summons, probably from hand, so he gets more materials. The graveyard, the kit from graveyard, but its effects are negated. If this card is sent to the graveyard, make our opponent's monster lose 300 attack for each monster type. Alright, that's fine. I think we can get to battle phase. We should be able to get lethal through this. Alright, let's attack this with the DPE. And then that's going to activate reduce our monster's attack points. We already used our DPE, so we're going to pop DPE, pop the Tri-Brigade kit. This will activate in graveyard. Opponent still has something. Let's get attacking. See if this is lethal. And I believe it is. Alright. Great first game, taking the Maxx-C challenge. Coming out on top against Tri-Brigade. Not bad, not bad. Alright. Let's take a look at our opponent's deck list. Opponent is playing 42 card Tri-Brigade. They got Cyframe Gamma Gears. They got Maxx-Cs. They got Ashes. They got the DPE. They got the Nibiru's. Very impressive opponent. So much interaction. Look at all this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So much. 16. So much interaction. So much interaction. That's crazy. Alright, just do a quick pan through the extra deck, and then let's go on to the next game. Alright, we're up against Rescue Deer. We're hoping our Maxx-C degeneracy comes up at some point. We're supposed to be being degenerate, not our opponents. We're going first. We draw Maxx-C, we draw Ash, we draw Gen X Undyne. So Teus is the strongest start, but now that I've taken bits out of my end board, I'm not sure the exact best way to Teus. So let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot with the Teus here. Special summon the Teus. Discard the Dragoons. Teus gonna activate, Dragoon's gonna activate. Get our Prince. The opponent's got something here. Opponent's gonna Ash the Teus. Now, we could let this resolve, or we could negate it. Now, if we let it resolve, we could just search a Diva, and then combo with Diva that way. So I think we'll just let this resolve and get Diva. And we'll hold our Call by the Grave. Get our Deep Sea Diva here. Special summon the Diva. Activate. Get our Prince. We're gonna activate Prince. Send Dragoons, add Dragoons. Dragoons in graveyard gonna activate. And I think we're gonna get Minstrel here. Well, Minstrel discard this Dragoons. Oh, I gotta be careful. We have 2 cards in graveyard. Yeah, we have 2 in graveyard. We want 3 in graveyard. So we gotta be careful here. We gotta be careful. I do think we want this though. We'll be very careful. And we're gonna activate the Minstrel. Or we could make Baron. Making Baron would have got 3 if we'd search for DP or Moon Glacia. I think we'll activate Minstrel. Activate Minstrel in hand. Take a look at our opponent's hand here. See what they're up to. Opponent's playing Salamangreats. Very interesting. Let's take away their Call by the Grave. That's the card we won't. We'll let them discard if they want. Gonna get a search here. And let's search for the Moon Glacia. I think if we're careful, we can get Moon Glacia out. Let's special summon. Let's special summon that Coral Anemone. And we'll use... What are we going to get out of the graveyard later? We'll use the Prince and the Diva, I think. And we're going to activate. Get a card out of the graveyard. We're going to get the Diva. Get that Diva out of the graveyard. Special summon the Moon Glacia. Make him discard 2. Get that circle. Get that jack. Alright. Now, what do we have left? We could make a Hulk of Fibrax, but we don't have anything to search for because I took the Fishborg out. So we could Hulk of Fibrax, and then on our opponent's turn, we could make a Barondafleur using our Mullen Glacia. That seems okay. Or we could Appaloosa, and then we don't have interaction with our opponent at all. So I think making the Hulk of Fibrax is the smart move here. So let's give up our Deep Sea Diva here, and our Abysteus. This is probably the most fair way to use Hulk of Fibrax that I've ever seen. And we can activate this, but I think the effect will be negated. So let's just give it a shot anyway. Oh, I'm thinking again. We could summon a Diva from the deck. Okay, there we go. And we could make a Mist Starboy, but I think we'd rather keep the Coral Anemone. So we'll do that. We'll set this, and we'll pass turn to our opponent. Opponent gets their Call by the Grave back, and I think we saw their last card, but I've forgotten what it was. It was some Salamangreat card. We're going to turn Toggle on here. Once we get a main phase, we'll let our opponent do things. Who knew Hulk of Fibrax could be fair? Not one will combo in. Opponent's setting a card. Let's activate our Hulk of Fibrax now. Our opponent has Call by the Grave, which will not do anything here. Formula Synchron. Gonna summon. Let's draw a card. And we're gonna give up our battle phase next turn and use our Mullen Glacia and the Formula Synchron to make a Barondafleur. Get Baron in. Baron is on board. Battle phase is forgotten. See, our primary goal is to inspire fear into our enemies' hearts. And making a Barondafleur should do that. Opponent's setting. Setting 2 cards. Setting 3 cards. Alright. That's trouble. Opponent is passing. We're going to have to be real careful here. Our deck doesn't interact well with set back row. We're not going to activate Bronze effect. We will activate his effect to pop though. Let's get popping. One of these is a Call by the Grave, which we're not super concerned with. That is the Dimensional Barrier. Declare a monster type. For the rest of this turn, either player can special summon monsters of declared type. Negate all monsters of that type. Opponent is going to negate our Baron. And stop us from Synchro Summoning. Well, I would like very much to Synchro Summon. And I don't want my Baron negated, so that was an unlucky hit. We're going to have to activate Baron's effect to negate. Alright. Now let's take a look at our extra deck here. We could make DPE. Making DPE, ooh, we can make Access Code. And Access Code's effect can't be interacted with. I think it's, but we don't have a lot of links. We only have 1 link right now that we can pop, so we get 1 pop. If we make Mist Starboy first, then we could make Access Code. Alright, let's activate Mermail's Coral. That was probably a mistake, but we're doing it anyway. This will lock us into waters. Let's special summon our Prince from the graveyard. Yeah, making Verte would have been better than this. One of these is Called by the Grave. So, not the end of the world. We get to not pop anything, because all our Dragoons are in the graveyard. Opponent is thinking. Alright, let's summon the Gen X Undyne. Activate effect. Let's send another Undyne to graveyard, because they're not going to be useful to us anymore. See if our opponent interacts with this. These activate Call by the Grave. That's not going to do anything right now. So now we know this is the mystery card. One, two. Yeah, we're gonna make Appaloosa. And let's get attacking. Oh, just kidding, we forgot. We lost our battle phase. We gotta be more careful. Alright, well we got a face-up pop. We got the ability to use Baron's effect to special summon from the graveyard, which we probably want to do. Now we gotta think about what we're gonna get back from graveyard here. Do we want to get rid of Baron? We might not. Now we could get rid of Baron, but our opponent's conceding. Alright. We did it. What a massive victory. I think our opponent may have been confused into surrender. Alright, let's do another game here. Opponent is Water Army. Wonder if they're playing Mermails too. Or if it's a bait. Let's go first. Also sad we didn't get to use our Maxx-C in the last game. Alright. We can do a Prince plus Heavy combo. But our Mecha Phantom Beast is in hand, which is a little clunky, but not the end of the world. Summoning Heavy first gives us one extra body, so let's do that. Activate the Prince. Classic move, send Dragoons, add Dragoons. Now, we can add a Minstrel here. Minstrel can discard the Dragoons to search for our Moonland Glacia. We can decide from here what we want to do. So we'll take a look at our opponent's hand and decide if we want to go into the double negate line or if we want to just make him discard 2. Alright, opponent's playing Tri-Brigade. So negates are pretty good. And we want to make our opponent discard probably all of these. All of these are bad for us. Yeah, all of these are bad. I don't think the Karis is super important. And Tri-Brigade Revolt can't do anything until our turn. So let's get rid of the... Actually, I think if this is sent to the graveyard, hold on, let's read this. If this is sent to the graveyard, we can send a Tri-Brigade for Inductor Graveyard. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of this because we don't want to discard this. Get searching. And we definitely want to make him discard 2 here. Make him discard 2, make DPE. Seems okay. And we got the Call by the Grave. So let's hope we make him discard good stuff. Make him discard the Karis and the Fusion Destiny. Not bad, not bad. Activate effect of the Anaconda. Get our DPE online. Now he's got Revolt in hand, and the last card is a Solemn. So that's his hand. And he'll be adding the kit back to hand, and he'll get one mystery card. So let's hope our board can make it through that. We got the call to negate kit or fractal. Well, we'll keep an eye out for what that mystery card is. That's the kit, we knew about that. He's gonna make the Hull Mirage. Kit and Graveyard gonna activate. Kit and Graveyard's effect, it sends, you can send a Tri-Brigade from deck to Graveyard, and that'll let him add, so we're gonna just call by the grave that kit. We still got DPE in case he tries to do something else. We can pop his back row. Oh, that got him. Nice. Another solid game versus Tri-Brigade. Let's take a look at their deck. Opponent playing another heavy interaction Tri-Brigade list. Playing Barrier Statue of the Stormwind. That is an interesting inclusion. Does that mean they're playing the... And Tri-Brigade Rendezvous, never seen this. Target any number of linked monsters you control. They gain 700 attack. If a linked monster would be destroyed, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. Huh. What a strange card. I've never seen anyone play this. It doesn't seem that great. It's like a little of a boost of attack points. Very interesting. And the one Solemn. So I'm guessing our opponent is playing, there he is, Simorg. And you can use Simorg to get the Barrier Statue out to stop your opponent from summoning. So that is quite mean. Very mean opponent. Very mean combo. Alright. Let's go back to our deck. Do we want to do one more game here? We're on an undefeated 3-win streak. After one more win, we get Plat Tier 2. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do one more game. Gotta go. You gotta give it a shot. Try and get the Plat Tier 2 win. Opponent is representing Flower Guardians. And we're going first. We have not used the Maxx-C once, despite putting it in our deck. And we draw a double Maxx-C. Now this is interesting. Very interesting. I think we're going to go with the Neptibus. Opponent's got something. Could be an Imperm, could be an Effect Veiler. Gonna activate. Send Dragoons, add Dragoons. Opponent probably wait until we trigger something. We got Dragoons in hand already. Maybe we want to add a heavy. Triggering the Dragoons affecting Graveyard. Let's get the Lapis Dragon. See if this opponent is playing Maxx-C. Or if it's something else. I'm thinking it's an Imperm. Maxx-C would have activated. So, with that said, we don't want to get Impermed. So we want to be very careful here. We can make a Hulk of Fibrax, and then if it gets negated, we can special summon our from hand here, and then make something else. So that's pretty reasonable. Or we could go for the Verte and then do the Hulk of Fibrax line if that doesn't work. Yeah, that makes more sense. Alright, let's just go straight for the Megalo. Opponent's got something. It's got to be an Imperm. The fact that it keeps activating from an effect like that tells me that's an Imperm. So we're gonna play assuming that our opponent has an Imperm. And we'll add our big boy Mullen Glacier to hand. And we're going to special summon here. We'll make Verte first, and then we'll do Hulk of Fibrax if the Verte dies. So we'll give up our Megalo and our Prince here. Verte is going to get negated maybe. Alright, let's special summon Moon Glacia. Make him discard 2. Unless he wants to negate this. Opponent is effect veiling. Ooh, on the Verte. Alright, that's fine. We expected this. Gonna make the opponent discard 2 here. Opponent's Dasher is in the graveyard. And it gives Mekarochi. So that's gonna be able to summon itself still. Alright, well, now we can do the Hulk of Fibrax line. We probably want to give up our Verte, since he's not going to be doing much. Activate Hulk of Fibrax. See if our opponent has more interaction. Doesn't seem like it, though. Ooh, got him. Alright. Opponent knew what was coming. We were going to do the Auroradon line, and opponent was not going to be able to interact with us. Alright. Sweet. 3-game streak. 4-game streak. And we're going to rank up. Plat Tier 1 is next. We're in Plat Tier 2. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Let's take a look at the deck list. Opponent was playing Scrap Recycler, Token Collector, Harp Horror, Orcust. Alright, opponent's playing Orcust. Interesting. I have never seen anyone play Orcust before. We're in 44 cards. Can't trim it down. Yeah, see, people don't have the discipline to trim it down. I keep threatening it. One day I'm going to show you the stats. I'm going to show you we can calculate probabilities, and you can show what the odds are if you go up from drawing your starters, if you go up from a 40 card deck to a 45 or 50 or whatever. And you're just dropping the odds of drawing the cards that you want to draw. So I always advise against it. Alright, let's go back to our deck. And alright, so how did having 3 Maxx-Cs help us? Well, we did not get to activate Maxx-C once. The rest of our deck kind of did all the work. Kind of funny that we drew Maxx-C, I think 3 or 4 times, and we didn't even activate it. Our opponents didn't special summon when we had the Maxx-C, so he didn't do anything. So that's kind of funny. In those games, it would have been better to have like a Mystical Space Typhoon, which is kind of funny. No one's played that in a long time. So maybe Maxx-C isn't that great in this deck. Maybe we don't need it, but it still seems pretty strong. So I might try running it a bit longer. Taking out some of the bricky combos, the ones that let you end on Trishula, seems worthwhile. The Trishula line you don't make too often, and when you do, you're kind of so far ahead on board anyway that, you know, trying to make a Trishula isn't really necessary. It's just kind of flexing on your opponent. And the deck building cost of that combo is you need a Fishborg and you need the level 3 Mermail Abyssgund, and those are a little bricky to draw. The Fishborg might be worth bringing back, but the Abyssgund's a little clunky. So definitely liked how this deck is playing still. It's very strong with a lot of 1 cards that, you know, can wombo combo off. Yeah, so pretty sweet. Alright, hope you enjoyed the gameplay. If you liked today's video, please consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.